It's hard to beat Steph Curry, man. It's hard to beat Chef Curry, man. Let's get into it, man. I want to talk about why does the NBA keep stealing Steph Curry Finals MVP, man. That's the great debate, the great conspiracy. Another storyline from the finals, man. A good one, though, because it's getting a little obvious that either Steph Curry rubbed some people the wrong way, or Steph Curry beliefs may be keeping him from certain accolades. Now, this might go over y'all head, but listen before y'all get to saying, oh, you crazy or you thinking too much. Just hear me out. Now, we all know that the NBA is super liberal. We know the commissioner, Adam Silver, he got some sugar in his tank. If you can't tell, you blind. The boy Adam Silver got more sugar than a pitcher of Kool-Aid. But get back to the subject. We know Steph Curry proudly is a proud Christian who doesn't shy away from, letting you know about his faith or just mentioning, his religion and things like that. So with them two things being said, we know that don't mix well. And we know in the NBA, they can't stop you from winning, but they can stop you from excelling higher up in your career for as your legacy by shorting you some accolades or by giving you an accolade to push a certain agenda, a la Jerry West. That's another video, though. I was thinking, man, in 2015, was that the year Iguodala won? Yep, that was Iguodala year, and that was really just I want to say a misvote because Iguodala did play good that finals, but that was just a how you want to say it. They just wanted to suck up to LeBron, I guess, They couldn't give it to LeBron because he lost, so they said, we're going to throw some shade by giving it to the man that guarded LeBron, which is the liberal sports media way of giving him praise without giving him praise, man. But that's here nor there, man. And 2017 and 2018, obviously KD won. Which last year, let's break it down. Last year, KD earned it. With the shot he had over LeBron, his overall presence coming from all the attention about making his decision. I got to give it to KD. I wasn't mad about that last year. He earned it. This year, another questionable year because Steph Curry did have a bad game, and I don't like this notion that in the finals, all of a sudden you have a bad game, you lose your chance to win MVP. It's a 7-game series, 4 games minimum. And I don't think your finals performance should be judged by 1 game or 2. We should judge it by the body of work. After your 4 games or after your 7 games, 6, however many, we should judge your finals performance off your body of work. It felt like this finals, the media they was kind of too emotional when it came to jumping forth for who's the finals MVP. KD have a good game. Oh, it's KD. Then Curry have a good game. Oh, Curry just took over the lead in the MVP. Then Curry have it back. And oh, KD's back. So I kind of don't like that. I think they need to calm down and just let you can have your predictions, but don't after every game you jumping from this player to that player. It's just not a good look. But getting back to the nitty gritty, man, it's very unfortunate, man, because the finals MVP is something that will definitely help Curry when we get to placing him with the all-time greats. And without him having that does put a blemish on his career. Even though he was a great player and obviously a great champion, not being able to get at least one finals MVP makes a person look and say, who was there blocking you, were you really the best player on your team? Which at this point is kind of not debatable, but it's not as far as people make it seem. From a physical standpoint, KD is the better player than Steph Curry. But I feel like overall impact and leadership to the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry is more important than Durant. Because we've seen Durant mentally break down towards the end of the year when he was begging for Steph Curry to come back because they took a couple losses when he had to shoulder the load. And just watching Golden State with KD, when there's a lot of KD and no Steph, they lose. When there's a balance of both, they win. So when it comes to importance overall to Golden State, you have to go with Steph Curry. But from a NBA player-to-player physical standpoint, just overall better player, obviously it's KD just because his height and the things he can do. So this is an interesting story, man. Golden State does. I can see them in the next 2 to 3 finals. So hopefully, Steph Curry can get at least one. I think he at least deserves one. If they make it to the finals 5 times, or if they win 4 or 5 championships and he doesn't have one finals MVP, it's obvious that it was some stuff going on behind the scenes that didn't want to see Steph Curry win a finals MVP. And it's really shocking because, on his rise to fame when he went MVP back to back, you would think that the NBA were full on that Curry promotion train was heavy when he was doing this thing, which is well deserved. Sort of about the Steve Nash feel. Remember when Steve Nash went back to back, he had the whole promotion train behind him. So it's kind of surprising that, after he did have a couple bad performances in the finals, that the NBA overall promotion of Curry has kind of died down a little bit. And even more so, he out of 3 championships, he couldn't get a finals MVP. And you can tell it's hurting him. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. It's a video of Steph Curry crying after they were walking into the locker room after Game 3, and you can see him obviously very upset, and Iguodala had to just grab him and give him some words of encouragement. But it's messed up, man, because you can tell Steph really wants it, man, and not to sound selfish or anything, because he's still winning championships, but him being the great player that he is, back-to-back MVP, you would at least like to see him get one finals MVP, man. And if they win, let's say they win 5 champions, like I say, let's say they win 5, 6 championships, and he doesn't get at least one finals MVP, that's definitely gonna hurt his stock, man. When it comes to seeing where he lands at the end of his career, definitely. So once again, y'all like, subscribe, man, comment, let me know what y'all think.